So if your tenant moves out and you don't have photos and you just have old check sheets that we used to do going back 20 plus years ago, really, it doesn't really show the damage that has happened. Photos are so very important. And this system literally is going to take a whole PDF downloadable form, but you'll be able to download a full report and it's all right there, easily documented. So what you should document before the tenant moves in, complete a photo based inspection. Okay, so here's what you're going to capture. You're going to capture your entire interior. So that's your walls, your ceilings, your floors. You're going to zoom in on any wear and tear that's there. You're going to do all your appliances. You're going to open them. You're going to take pictures of inside. You're going to photograph fully inside and out of all of your appliances, because even fridges, sometimes they do damages. They pull the drawers out, they get cracked, things like that. You want to make sure you have this all fully documented. Your bathroom, your toilet, your tub, your shower, your sink, your mirrors, doors, exterior knobs, locks, light switches, electrical outlets, cabinets, drawers, closets. So literally everything on the inside. You want to snap a photo as you're walking through, and you want to do this. It's so very important. And then also your exterior. So your front and your backyards, your driveway, your walkways, your decks, your fences, your exterior doors, windows, garage, shed, things like that. So everything you want to document. And then from there, you're going to go to the website. So you're going to go to Landlord Easy. You're going to make an account. You're going to go to your dashboard, and you're going to click on the Move In Inspections tab. It's on the left panel of Landlord Easy website. And then you're going to click on Create New Move In Inspection, and you're going to upload all your photos. So it's literally just a photo dump. So you're just dropping all your photos in there, and then you'll have an opportunity to write a description on them in details if you want to. You don't have to. I typically don't do this because I'm uploading 20 or so photos. So the photos speak for itself in all these units, unless there's something that I have to document or I should document, etc. So, and then you're going to create the inspection, and what's going to happen from that moment is your tenant's going to get an email, and then you're going to get an email, and the tenant is literally going to have 5 days to complete the inspection or dispute it. Now, if they dispute it, all that's going to happen is you're going to get an email. You can make the edits if you want to. You don't have to, but you can resubmit it back to the tenant. And once you do that, the tenant only has 2 days. So if they don't complete it after 2 days, then it automatically becomes completed. This means that you're going to be able to use this if you go to the landlord and tenant board. So if you ever go after them for damages or anything along those lines, okay, so that tenant has a dispute window. And again, if they don't do it, it's all going to be completed, and it's going to create a PDF of your completed inspection. It's going to show you that the tenant actually viewed the inspection as well. So that way the tenant can't come back later on at the landlord or tenant board and say, oh, well, I didn't see it. But that's never going to happen because it's there, it's time stamped, and it's also stamped of who is the inspector, whether it's you or you have one of your employees or staff or somebody else. It's literally all there. So that way we actually give you the documents because we are protecting you at the landlord and tenant board before you even get there. So if you end up going to the landlord and tenant board, you have all the evidence that you need literally in the move out inspection report. This is the actual PDF. It tells you all the data that you need, and then it's going to show you all of the photos. So you're going to be able to see the photos of the unit. So this right here, you're going to be sending as evidence when this happens. So it makes it really easy. And, we want to make this so it's open and shut for you landlords. And this is why I invented this. Let's talk about the dispute window, and let's talk about the legal environment of this. So I have a special guest today. His name is Z. He's a licensed paralegal. He works with OLH Group and with also Landlord Easy. So he's going to talk to all of you about the dispute window and what that means, and then going to the landlord and tenant board and how landlords you're protecting yourselves with this. Okay, so I have Zihao Liu here. He is with Landlord Pro Legal. He represents only landlords all across Ontario. So he took a look at the move-in inspection report. We've gone through all of the details and exactly how to invent this system for landlords. So if you ever have to go to a hearing, you're literally going to have the downloadable PDF directly from Landlord Easy right here. Z is going to talk about how it's going to help you as a landlord and what you can do with this PDF report that you're filing as evidence at the LTB hearing. Hey Z, how are you today?
Hey, Paul, I'm doing good. How about you?
Hey, I'm doing awesome. Now that I'm talking to you, you're able to give all this insight and literally what this is going to do to help landlords. So I'm very excited for this conversation.
The move-in inspection report, it is a great tool. It is date stamped and it also records the conditions the tenant moved in. So a lot of issues the landlord could face in the future is tenants stating that, oh, this is not for me. Or when they get to the hearing, he's like, oh, I don't have pictures. I forgot to take them. Well, since you have a report now, that's all taken care of, right? So in terms of the damages, you can argue that it's not from normal wear and tear. You have it day stamped. It shows when the pictures were taken. So documentation of evidence, that's really important. Also tenant acknowledgement as well. Either the tenant never disputed or the tenant accepted it. So the tenant knows that this is the conditions when they moved in. In addition from that, you can also say that, this is the condition of the unit as it was rented out. It wasn't from any pre-existing issues, nor can the tenant say, this was not caused by me. Well, referring to my move-in inspection report, this is the condition and this is the issue that we're facing now. So it is really, really beneficial for landlords to have, especially if they get into any legal issues in the future, such as N5 for damages or even filing an L10 for previous tenants. All right.
Oh, that's powerful. So let's put ourselves at the hearing now. So we go to the hearing and the downloadable report that the landlord can do after it's completed. So they can just use this as evidence with the photos and the description that the landlord gives. Is that right? And is this enforceable for what the landlord is going after the tenant for?
Yeah, that can definitely be used as evidence. So instead of landlords scrambling for pictures or scrolling back to their phones and saying, okay, was this unit or that unit? Sometimes they have multiple units. Now you have one single PDF document with all of the pictures that you need. And that can be used as evidence, absolutely. And the adjudicator will look at that and you say, okay, great, this is the unit, this is the condition, and they'll look at the condition now. So, okay, this is the damages that was caused.
That's amazing. So what if the tenant is at the hearing and says, you know what, I've never seen such a report. I've don't even know what you're talking about. So what if that scenario happens?
Even if the tenant did not see the report itself, it's date stamped, and it is the unit as the initial tenant moved in. So those are the pictures that were taken when the tenant moved in. So I don't see much dispute against that.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. And even if the tenant says that they didn't see it, at the moment that they click that button in the email, it's going to show tenant last seen date. So, I mean, there's no way the tenant can even lie about this because the moment they get that email from the creation of the move-in inspection report, when they click it, the system is automatically going to clock the records. So that way it's there. So they can't even lie on that, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah, okay, this is awesome, Z. Thanks so much. Anything else you'd like to mention or?
I think that's all. That covers pretty much all of it.
Full. Okay, so that's great, Z. Thanks so much. I appreciate the moment here, and yeah, amazing. And like I always say to all landlords, I'll mention it to you as well. Happy landlording, but in your case, it's going to be happy representing. Okay, so you got it right there from Z. So this is awesome information and how this is going to help landlords. So let's talk about the move out inspection. So it's right on the check sheet. So just go to the website and you'll be able to download it. Okay. So this is what I do, and this is how I run my property management company, and this is what I teach other landlords to do across Ontario. So I like to do my move out inspections 3 to 4 weeks before the tenant actually moves out. To me, I think this is so very important. Okay, so you want to do the walkthrough with the tenant. Again, 3 to 4 weeks before they move out. Most landlords, they don't even do move out inspections. They don't have anything official. They don't have any documentation, and they just normally just go do a walkthrough when the tenant moves out. And I think it's too late. You've already missed out. You have to do this inspection well before the tenant moves out. And I'm going to tell you why. So you're going to use your Landlord Easy move-in report as a comparison guide. So you're going to take the report, you're going to have it downloaded, you're going to have it right here, and you're going to walk through your unit with this and be able to go through all the rooms and see if there's any damages. Now, mind you, you're still going to have all of the tenant furniture there, but that's okay, because if the tenants are going to do any damages, they would have done damages already. Right now, you just want to see if there's any busted windows, there's any holes in the walls. You want to see if they have pictures, damages, things like that, because you'll be able to spot that right away. And if there's some torn up flooring that is beyond wear and tear, where it's like it's done out of negligence, etc., then you'll be able to document this, take photos right away, and you're going to be able to issue that N5 notice literally right away. And there you go. You can just contact Z, and Z is going to whip this up for you if you don't know how to do it yourself. You're going to do the N5 right there, and you are ahead of the game. So, like I said, most damage happens. It's not going to happen in the 3-4 weeks from, the date that they're going to move out. It's going to happen well ahead of this. Okay. So that's why I think it's very important. And here's the reason why. It's the key deposit handling. Okay. So you're only going to return the key deposits by check. So there's no more giving the tenant back cash by key deposits. There's no more giving the tenants back by e-transfer. You're going to get a mailing address where the tenant's moving to, okay? And you're going to charge a key deposit. So the maximum allowable cost that you can. So that's the cost of the lock, the cost of the keys, and the rekeying or the changing the locks, etc. You're going to make sure that your key deposit is going to be the maximum allowable cost. So that's so very important, okay? And you're going to require a mailing address before issuing the refund, because what I'm going to tell my tenants is no problem. Just give me your mailing address. We usually process these things. We're a couple weeks behind. We're going to send it out in about a month. So give me a mailing address and I'm going to send you the key deposit. So if you're just charging $50 or $20 for a key deposit, tenants are not going to care about this money. But when you're going to be charging a key deposit that is the maximum allowance for the recoverable cost that you're going to be doing, and if it's $150, if you're giving key fobs maybe $200, it just all depends on your scenario. But tenants are going to want this back. So you're going to get a mailing address and let them know, if I can mail it to you, just send me the address and I'm going to get this off to you. Okay. So what you're actually really doing, landlords, you're giving a verifiable mailing address that gives you contact point if there's any legal actions later on. So this is super important. So that's pretty much it, landlords. Your move in and move out inspection is all on the website. Go to olhgroup.ca. You can go to the downloadable section. You can click this exact report, and this is going to give you exactly how to handle it. Exactly everything that I just covered in this video. It's going to help you out. And also register on landlordeasy.ca. Do the move-in inspection report. It is so very important. I mastered this idea. I invented it because there was an issue with the way the system goes right now and the way that we have information. And this is exactly what I did to make all of our lives easier. And trust me, when you're dealing with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tenants, and there's always stuff happening, there's always hearings happening, there's always N5s happening, there's always N4s happening. There's so much things happening every single day in this business, where I invented Landlord Easy to make our whole problems disappear. Not that they're all going to be disappeared, but they're going to be manageable. We're going to be able to manage our problems, and that's what Landlord Easy is here for. So thanks, landlords. I appreciate it. Please take a moment, help my algorithm of all of my postings and social feeds. Hit the like button. If there's a heart button, whatever it is, just click it, share it. It's going to help me. Make a comment. I get back to everybody. So anybody who always responds to me and through comments, etc., I always get back to you. So thanks, landlords. I appreciate it. And like I always say, happy landlording.